You ever have this happen? You spend hours, hours, getting your resume just right. You find a job you know you'd be perfect for, you hit send, and then crickets. Just silence. It is one of the most maddening parts of the modern job hunt, right? You're just left wondering if a real person ever even saw it.
And that's where your mind goes, isn't it? You start picturing some heartless robot, an applicant tracking system, or ATS, just taking a quick scan of your resume and tossing it straight into the digital trash. But what if that's not really what's going on? This quote, right here, just nails it. It's not really about rejection. It's about translation. See, the problem isn't some mean robot. It's a communication breakdown between the words on your resume and the system that's built to read them.
So let's talk about this invisible wall, the Applicant Tracking System, the ATS. It's basically software that scans every single resume to find the best potential matches for a recruiter. But here's the catch. If your resume isn't written in a language the system can understand, it can literally block even the most amazing candidate from ever getting seen by a human.
Okay, so what in the world do we mean by the wrong language? Well, it means that your resume might be describing your skills and all your great experience using different words than the job description uses. To you and to any human, they mean the exact same thing. But to an ATS, they might as well be from different planets.
The source material we're looking at actually has a name for this problem. They call it Resume Killer Number 8. Kind of dramatic, I know, but it fits. It's when you miss the exact keywords that the ATS is programmed to hunt for, and your resume doesn't get a rejection email, it just becomes invisible. It's silently filtered out of the search results. And here is a perfect example of that in action. Look at this. The job description is specifically looking for Salesforce, but your resume just says CRM. They want pipeline management, and you wrote that you handled leads. Now, a human recruiter knows these are basically the same thing, but the ATS, it's just looking for an exact match. It doesn't connect the dots, and bam, your resume gets a low match score.
So, how do you figure out if your resume is speaking the wrong language? Well, let's run a little test. You can actually do this right now with your own resume and a job posting you're interested in.
It's a really simple two-step process. First, just go through that job description and highlight the key terms. The official job title, any specific skills they mention like Python or Google Analytics, and the main responsibilities. Then, pull up your resume and check if those exact phrases are there. Not synonyms, the exact words. Especially look in your summary, your skills section, and your most recent work experience.
This is the question that really gets to the heart of it. You have to think like a recruiter for a second. If they type those keywords from the job posting into their system, is your resume going to pop up on page 1, or are you going to be buried on page 20, which, let's be honest, is basically invisible?
All right, but the good news, and there is really good news here, is that if you just discovered a gap, this is not a huge problem to solve. You don't have to tear up your resume and start from scratch. This is a targeted 15-minute fix that puts you right back in the driver's seat.
So let's just walk through how to do it. It's a simple 3-step process. 1. Pull out about 15 to 25 of the most important keywords and phrases from that job description. 2. Strategically weave them into the high-impact parts of your resume. And 3, and this part is absolutely crucial, don't just list them like a robot. Combine them with your achievements.
This slide is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Worked on back-end APIs. That's fine, but it's pretty vague. Now look at the try column. It's got the keyword APIs, it adds the specific skill in Python, and then, this is the magic, it combines it with powerful, measurable results, reducing latency by 30% and supporting 500K monthly users. See? That gets you past the machine and it impresses the human. That is the whole point right there. You're not just trying to stuff your resume with words. You are using the language of the job description to showcase your actual impact, your real accomplishments. The keywords get you seen, the achievements get you the interview.
Okay, now for a quick but really important warning. As you're doing this, you might be tempted to take a shortcut, try to hack the system. Please don't do it. It will almost certainly backfire.
Things like hiding keywords by making the text white, or pasting the entire job description at the bottom of your resume, these are old tricks. Modern ATS software can spot them a mile away, and recruiters just see it as being dishonest. And obviously, never, ever include a keyword for a skill you don't actually have. You have to be able to talk about it in the interview. Honesty is everything.
So let's bring all this together. Probably the best way to think about this whole process is that you are building a bridge. Those keywords, They are the planks and the steel cables of that bridge. They are what connect your amazing real-world experience to the specific role that the employer is trying to fill. Without that bridge, all your experience is stuck on one side of the river and the opportunity is way over on the other. And remember, getting past the ATS, that's just step one. It's the qualifier. The ultimate goal here is to sit down in front of a person and have a real conversation. This whole keyword exercise is just designed to get you in that room.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. You've now got the strategy to build your keyword bridge and get past the machine. The next, and honestly the most important question is, once you're across that bridge, how do you win over the human on the other side?